Hello everybody, this is the GXSimmer. As you know, I went live about a week ago to build Dr. Crass's hospital live with you. And I ran into a snag. Unfortunately, I didn't save it and I had to start all over from scratch. So right now I'm in the process of doing it over again. And I'm going to do a speed build while we do this. So the problem is, one thing about Dr. Crass is that he is very much not a pretentious person. He's very simple-minded. He doesn't like a lot of flashy things. And he lives in a very comfortable atmosphere with his wife and his son. His son is not a vet, but he does take care of the hospital and the ranch and the ongoing maintenance of it. So for that, he's sort of involved in the family business in that way. We're going to start off with the kitchen because I always find that the kitchen is the easiest thing to start off with in general. And what I decided to do was I wanted to kind of losing my thought for a minute. I wanted to kind of make up like a little bit of a breakfast bar for the family. So when they come in, they would, sit down, they would have something to eat. Maybe a 3-tier breakfast bar. Let me see if I can get that shade right. No, that's as good as I'm going to get it. That's one thing I have a problem with when it comes to, I'm going to take this out for a minute because I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the fridge, put the fridge there. So in this section, we're going to make it open concept. I know that's my usual thing when it comes to building my kitchens, but I really am such a fan of an open concept. I love the way it looks. And I really think that it opens up a room more. It gives it more appeal. And I'm very much a big fan of that. Because one of the things I love was when you go into some of these Southwest houses, they look so great because they match the character of the home perfectly. But they also have a lot of modern conveniences as well. So they blend that perfectly with the character of the house, and I think that looks just absolutely incredible. You also see a lot of that down south too. I love that. I love that. That really comes across so nice. So I'm going to try to see if I can capture that a little bit. Actually, I think what we'll do is we'll move the stove over to here. So they'll cook over here. Oh no, I can't do that because now you're overlapping. Well, maybe you can. We'll try it. Come over here and see if you can cook, Dr. Crass. All right, let's test it out. Serve some breakfast for your family. You get in the house because it's raining, and you get in the house where it's raining. Now we're going to do the living room area. Let's do this with the TV stand. And TV. Bedrooms. I need 2 bedrooms in this house. So come down here. Son's bedroom here. Bathroom there. Master bedroom here. Maybe come out a little bit further. Push that back a bit. A little bit more. There we go. Like an L shape. Okay. Let me give the sun a little bit more room. In that corner, I think what we're going to do, let's put the doors in. simple, just panel door. 1, 2, 3. This one might be a bathroom over here. I think that's where we're gonna go with that. That's gonna be another bathroom. So let's come out a little bit more. Okay, got a bathroom. Put that there. Okay, so we got this. I'm gonna come out a little further. No, I'm not. I'm gonna draw it this time. This, I think, is going to be Crass's office. I just bring it down a little bit more. It's too big to be an office. I would say right about here. Yeah. Maybe there. I'm going to do the dividing line for the bathroom. They should have their own private bathroom. All right. Level out this for the bedroom, and we'll put in the bed next. First, we need more money. Oh, we were talking about I could do this with UI. It's just so simpler to do that. Okay. Especially since I'm building for Nina and Amanda, money's not really a big deal to me. If I was doing this on a challenge build, I wouldn't cheat. But because I'm doing it for the show, it's a different story altogether. All right. So I think I chose this for the, yeah, that's what I did. All right. In the meantime, I'm also going to put up some of these lights so I can see what the hell I'm doing. All right, so now we have the house done. Kitchens I always find are the most easiest part of the build first, and that's why I always do the kitchens first, you know. So I kind of like this area. What I'm thinking here is like this would be a dining area right here, and then you have a bathroom, you have a bedroom, you have another public bathroom, and you have Crass's office over here. So this bathroom could be both a master bathroom and a public bathroom, depending on how you want to use it. And this is where their son would be. His bed would probably go right about here. So I'm going to give them both these really nice beds. I love these beds from Cats and Dogs. First of all, they are really great for energy. You get like a 7 on energy relief. Well, sorry, 8 on energy relief. Stress relief is 7. Discomfort is a 7. And besides that, they look cozy. They look like something you want in your house. Okay, so we're back now. I'm continuing to work on the ranch and just, you know, throw some hay around, make it really look like we're horsing around. And what's that? Inside Animals rug. Okay. That's cute. I never noticed that before. Let me see that for a minute. Oh, that's adorable. I think I have seen this, but I don't know. All right, throw some of this around. Some more hay on the ground. Tons of hay. Just scatter it about. And we are going to have 3 horses on this ranch. And Crass is going to adopt all 3 of them. Now what you're going to see me do is I'm going to be working on the surgery. And this surgery is I wanted to look as authentic as possible. So we've got the gallery where you can watch the surgeries, and you actually have the actual operating room where the surgeries are being conducted. And basically how I did that is I just took 2 tables and put them together. I also used some stuff from Get to Work to make it look very clinical. I created a locker room for people to get changed into, also a scrub area where people would wash their hands prior to going into surgery. And that is how I did the operating room and the theater. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a classroom. This is where they would learn their instruction from him, meaning Dr. Grass, and he would test them and teach them. So this is the actual functional classroom. However, with the issue that's facing businesses and hobbies right now, this is non-functional. So it would not. Hopefully they'll get it fixed by the time I actually use this build in Nina and Amanda S3, because I'm looking forward to showing some of that off. So next what we're going to do is we're going to see me do a little bit more decoration in this classroom. Again, I wanted it to look very much like a classroom that you would go to for a veterinary school. And you have the whiteboard, you have the teacher's desk, you have the desks that the students sit at, and then you have the little creature comforts to make it a little more appealing. Next, what I'm doing is I'm going back up to the gallery to do something. What are you doing? Okay, I think what I'm doing now is I'm just going to put in a staircase to go up to the 2nd floor. And after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a 2nd floor, which will consist of a hallway area and also a cafeteria area where students can go and eat food while they're at the veterinary hospital. So now I've just created a floor for both, and I'm going to go ahead and create a half wall around the stairs, and I'm going to go ahead and put some doors in. And now we're going to see me create the cafeteria area. That's a weird bug. Wow. And it took me a while to try to create a floor. I could not do it. Okay, and there we go, putting in a 2nd light in the operating room, and I'm making a floor there, using the same floor on the top floor, and there we go. Now you're going to see me put in some lights so I can see what I'm doing, and we're going to go ahead and make this a nice little cafeteria area. And also, I thought it would be nice to have windows so people could look down into the horse stall and see the horses and observe them. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do some decorations in this place, and we put up like a menu what you would order. I'm looking for looks like the kiosk that lets you, oh, there we go. The kiosk that lets you buy some food. And now I'm just going to find some tables that I think are fitting, but I didn't like these tables, so I got rid of them. And after I decided, yeah, those chairs are not going to work, so I went ahead and got a different table and chairs for this cafeteria. I stayed with these chairs though. I did like those chairs. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that table, which I really like. That's from the Business and Hobbies pack. And then I just put those down, and I did the same thing on the other side. And I think I had room for one more table, and I did it on the other side. Yeah, but that's what I did. All right, so that is the top floor of the hospital. So basically, it's the kind of place where you can not only learn to be a vet, but you can also get some lunch during the day. You can also be taught instruction, so it has that kind of appeal. So now that the school is finished, I'm going to take you on a little tour of the veterinary school. And basically, as you can see, it is a place where you can study. It is a place where you can hone your skill as a veterinarian. You have the veterinary kiosks, which will help you make medicine. You have the tables, which will allow you to treat patients. And this basically gives you some idea of what Carrie is going to go through during a typical day. So this hospital will probably be used in episode 4 or 5 of Nina and Amanda. I'm not sure of which one yet. I'm pretty much making up as I go along, because one of the things that I did with S3 is that I don't have a typical script for it. I am just basically treating it like a regular Let's Play, because I knew how I wanted the story to go, but I thought that it would be more of an impact as a Let's Play. Like, I do know how the characters will evolve, but I also wanted it to be more of a Let's Play series. So right now I'm just assigning tasks to Crass's son, who also works at the hospital and takes care of the grounds. And that is Crass's veterinary hospital. And if you enjoyed watching the speed build, let me know down in the comments. I certainly enjoyed making it. It took a long time. I was very surprised how long it would take. But I was really happy with the outcome. And until next time, this is Jen, the GXSimmer. I hope you have a terrific day or night. I'll see you on the next video. Big shout out to my Patreon supporters, especially Just Mom Sims. Check out her channel. It's awesome. See you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.